Hi, welcome to a therapeutic moment. I hope you've had some opportunities to go through and listen to some of our other days that we've had together, because some of my favorite ones I'm teaching to you first, so I really want you to have them. So go back to those other days so that you can go through them and enjoy those tools and have them, put them in your toolbox. And especially today, if you're joining us today, welcome. Go back to yesterday so you can have part one of, we're doing a series of 3 things. So for today, we're doing part 2. So go check out part 1 first and then come back and join us for part 2. Actually, you can do them out of order if you want. You can do 2 and then 1 if you'd like. But you'll definitely want to do these 2 parts before we do the last one, which we'll be doing tomorrow. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do a similar guided meditation that we did yesterday, but today we're going to be focusing on times when you need some protection, times when you need someone else to stand up for you, to fight your fight, and you're just feeling a little bit vulnerable and you need some help. So I know I've had those times. I'm sure you've had those times. We could all use a protector in our lives. So take a moment, get comfortable, and grab pillows if you have them. Get situated wherever you are so your body's comfortable and your mind is clear and ready. I want you to think of somebody who would make a really good protector. This might be someone that you know, someone who is deceased. It could be someone from a movie or a book that you don't know. It could be someone that you sort of know, but you're mostly imagining that they would be a good protector. It could be somebody who is really more of a spiritual figure. And it could also even be an animal. So lots of choices there. Take a moment to think through who feels good to you, who might be a really good protector for you, okay? And if you need extra time, you can also pause this video. Okay, did somebody come to mind for you? Now don't laugh if you find it funny that maybe you thought of your grandma as your protector, or someone that you normally wouldn't think of. Maybe it's a superhero and it feels a little bit cheesy. That's okay. Don't judge it. Just if they feel like they'd be a good protector for you, go with it. Now, if you chose someone and it's not feeling good, that's okay. You can search through and find someone else. And again, you might want to pause this video to give yourself that time that you need to find the right protector for you. You don't have to overthink it. You just listen to your gut. In fact, I'll make a video on how to do that another day. But it's just really more of a first reaction. If it feels okay and feels good, just go with it. Okay? So we're going to revisit a technique that I showed you yesterday called the butterfly hug. Remember, you hook your fingers here, you go from the collarbones down, and you end up in about the armpit level, and you're just going to be lightly tapping with your tips of your finger, very slowly alternating, just to give yourself a feeling of comfort and a little bit of a rhythm, and it's just very soothing, okay? If you did it yesterday and you liked it, then go ahead and add it in when I tell you to during our guided meditation today. If you really didn't like it, no worries, don't do it. Just do the guided meditation without it, okay? And if you're new for today, give it a try and see if you like it, okay? All right, so get comfortable, maybe a blanket, pillows, so you can sit back, relax. You're not having to hold your body up or your head. You really want to be cozy to get the full maximum benefit out of this, okay? And then if you're able to, if you're in a place where you can close your eyes and you feel comfortable doing that, go ahead and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, big exhale. Okay. Now imagine your protector. And imagine the part of them that is there to protect you. The part of them that is fierce and powerful, the part that loves you so much that they'd be willing to stick their neck out of the line for you. They'll be there to fight your fights and keep you safe. So look at them in your mind. See what they look like. What is their body stance like? What is their movement like? What are they wearing? All the little details. You want to imagine all of those details in there, okay? So notice what they're wearing, how they're moving, the colors, the textures. Just take a moment to imagine all that. And now, still with your eyes closed, imagine what it sounds like. What does that protection sound like to you? That power. And just listen to it in your mind. And then maybe there's some smells involved with this memory. Maybe you can, smell their sweat. Maybe you smell their body. Maybe there's something in the environment that you can smell. So imagine that smell and see if you can imagine it strong enough that in your mind you really feel like you're smelling it. And then do the same for taste. If there's tastes involved with this memory you're creating, go ahead and do that. And then notice how it feels in your body. Notice how it feels to imagine their protection, how that safety feels, that comfort. If they're touching you or you're touching them, imagine what that feels like the pressure, maybe the temperature, maybe there's some kind of a pulse or a breathing motion that you can sense. See if you can imagine that so strong that it feels so real to you right now. Okay. And then if you're ready and you want to, go ahead and start that butterfly hug we talked about. Just notice how it feels in your body to be there with them, to be protected, and enjoy that safety. And then just slowly add in that light tapping back and forth while you're there with them. And just allow yourself to enjoy those good feelings. Don't try to stop them. Just let them flow. Just give yourself this moment to enjoy. And just continue on until however long this is feeling good to you. You can keep going if you'd like. But whenever you're ready, you can stop your tapping. Take a breath in, a long exhale. And slowly open your eyes and start to adjust yourself back to your environment. How was that for you? How did that feel? How was that experience for you? Who did you choose? I'm really curious, actually. If you want to share with me below in the comment section, go ahead. But if you're not the sharing type and that doesn't feel right for you, please just keep this for yourself. Keep it as a nice little treasure for yourself, this experience that you have. Now, what you can do with this is, if you're feeling a little vulnerable, take this figure, this person, this animal with you. Imagine that they're there. Maybe they're like a little bit behind you and you can sense that they're there backing you up. Maybe they kind of coach you and help you learn how to be a little bit more assertive in your life. Maybe maybe when you're away from the world and everything, you just kind of have a moment with them just to feel that safety and protection, just so that you can have that good feeling that you can take with you. So if you do this, you will likely start to feel a little bit more confident, be a little bit more articulate, hopefully not more aggressive. The goal is to be more assertive, and to feel safe. And that you can use this tool to help you when you're feeling a little bit worn out and beat up and taken advantage of from life. Okay? So, like I've told you before, these imagined experiences, they are interpreted in your mind as real. And so if life is just not giving you what you're needing, give it to yourself. Remember to imagine these things so you can feel differently, and you can think differently and perceive your life differently, which results in life happening differently. See this kind of spiral effect? So give this a try as an experiment. Practice it often, because you don't want to wait until you have an emergency and you really need some feelings of protection. You'll need to develop that relationship and that practice before you have these emergency moments. Can you use this tool then? Yes, of course you can. But you want to have that experience, repeated experience and practice, and that relationship built up before that moment, okay? So that's what we're doing this week, is we're building it up. So maybe you don't really need a lot of protection this week, but just imagine your protector, kind of acknowledge that they're there, and that if you ever need them, they'll be there for you, okay? All right, I'll see you tomorrow for our part 3, the last part of this series. And tomorrow we're going to take our nurturing figure and our protector. We're going to add a third one in there and have sort of a culminating experience all together with all 3 of them, okay? So I can't wait to see you there tomorrow. Bye now.